1 o'clock in the morning, 1:45, I think, something like that. Just had a shower, hence the towel. And as usual, I have this during the and after shower thoughts. And I recall a conversation I had with someone about success. Success. I want to be successful. At what? What's the definition of success? Most people in general attribute success to the accumulation of a lot of financial tools. And most times, we're not talking about real money, we're talking about paper. Real money is gold and silver. You can do your research on that. Fiat currency is just paper with ink. The estimate on the piece of paper is what the government has actually assigned to it, and is what we have agreed it to be. It takes the same amount of money to print all currencies. Same amount of ink, same amount of paper. So money has specific qualities: fungibility, divisible, intrinsic value, longevity. Only two things. Actually 2.5, because Bitcoin is chasing after that, but it doesn't have any intrinsic value. Gold and silver, God's money. So if you don't have it, you don't really have money. You just have currency. You can have a lot of currency, but that shit can go to zero. Ask the people in Venezuela, they'll tell you, on the streets, lined up, almost half a kilometer, all their paper. Worthless. Absolutely worthless. 10 years ago, it wasn't so. Get you in a morning suit. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to go into. I mean, there's so many financial channels you can get information on that. I just wanted to talk about this idea of success. What is it? Success. If you succeed in accomplishing something, then you've become successful at it, and hence success. That's the way I see it. I don't see success as a status thing, the accumulation of material wealth. Not really. I see success as something that is attached to a purpose, and more about creating rather than just earning. Anybody can go out and get a job. Not everybody can create wealth from nothing, from your imagination. That's when you know that you're challenging yourself. So this whole trend, this materialistic trend where everybody wants to be successful. Everybody's chasing after success. Oh, I want to be successful, blah, blah, blah. Somebody comes up to me and they're asking me, don't you want to be a success? Well, I'm successful at so many things. I'm a father, I'm a husband, I own my own business. I've been able to stay alive despite so many, close calls, and I'm in good health. So in many ways, I've succeeded in doing a lot of things right. I eat right, I'm meditating, I look good. Hey, I am a success because I've defined the parameters that are attached to the word itself, rather than keep it generic and fleeting and just all about money. Currency, actually. And that's not the way I see it. So I just decided to annoy someone with this. I think it would definitely annoy one or two people. Well, who cares? That's the whole point. The whole point is to actually point out the point. Isn't that the point? 4 points there. Well, you get the point. So if we talk about success, if I talk about success, it's about, let's say I want to go on a journey. I start from point A and I want to get to point C. I have to go past point B first. By the time I get to point B, I can celebrate that as being a successful part of the trip, And then from point B to point C, I can celebrate that as being a successful part of the trip. And then when I rest at point C, I can celebrate the entire trip and say I've succeeded in making the entire trip unharmed, unhinged, safe with all my goods. And so I have succeeded. I am a success. So now I'm successful at traveling on that route. That's just the way I see it. Accumulation of financial wealth, if you want to attribute that to success, then how much is enough? Because the more money you want, the more money you would always want. It's never enough. There's never enough money. There's never enough finance to actually satisfy anybody. You might think if somebody, and for instance, most people, if you give them money or currency, you give somebody $1 million now, say, okay, here's $1 million. 6 months they broke. So this whole thing about success, it has to be attached to purpose. You have to be building something, trying to accomplish something, trying to create something. And when you're able to create that, and you succeed in creating that, then you have become a successful person at doing that thing that you want to create, rather than just use this term generically, success, and attribute that to, hoarding. There are two different kinds of people. There are people who accumulate and the people who hoard. So, well, it is what it is. Don't you think so?